Alright, so I wanted to do this review of the Canyon Spectral 2017 in this beautiful red color since a while now, but there have always been complications and that's why it basically took so long. For now, let's take really long looks at this beautiful bike and then get into some bike riding. There's the one by drivetrain, and here on the steep fire road I understand why Sam is so fit, because this 1x drivetrain really requires a lot more effort than the 2x11. Crazy. Cannot imagine how he did this kind of alpine uphill stuff in Davos. Fucking exhausting. So for me, definitely 1x12 will be the next upgrade. Alright, we made it over the steep part. Now it's up to the Königstuhl, last few meters. The saddle feels a little bit different as well. Seems like it's a little bit more narrow, less cushiony, I don't know. Generally, I don't know if you see it from here, the bike feels leaner. The Spectral from 2016 that I have feels a little bit wider, more brutal somehow. Maybe because the tires are a little bit wider or something like that, I don't know. This year it feels more like it's a trail bike at its core. The Canyon Spectral from 2016 feels like it goes a little bit more into the enduro direction. And for 2018, I think they are further separating the Spectral, which is the trail bike, and the Strive, which is the enduro line. Coming back to the aforementioned complications of this bike check, this bike is ridden by a guy from the UK, and as you know, everything over there is vice versa, so basically his brakes are vice versa, and since we were too lazy to change the brakes, I was not really able to ride downhill with it because I was always afraid to pull on the wrong brake lever and then go OTB, and that's why I'm taking it pretty slow downhill. Huge jump ahead. Oh, that's so weird without any grip on the pedals. Oh, and yeah, I'm still on clipless pedals with my non-clipless pedals shoes, so I have no grip at all. I would say screw this, let's stop here, let's look at Sam riding his bike downhill. Woo! But before we go into the slow-mo stuff, I actually want to invite you to check out my channel, fam. Alright, now back to the Canyon Spectral of Sam. Let's look how the fork and the shock and everything works in its typical conditions. Alright, so the bike features the RockShox Pike fork in the front and the RockShox Monarch RT shock in the back. Basically on the Canyon website again they state that you shouldn't do jumps over 60 centimeters. This is what we've done here basically, not intentionally of course, but you can see that the fork is going in pretty deeply, so probably any bigger and you'll bottom out. Okay, since I anyway did all this filming for the bike now, let's just keep on looking at some of the details. For example, this beautifully invisible Canyon logo on the main frame, which I think is really nice because from afar you don't really see what kind of bike it is until you get nearer and actually really carefully look at the Canyon logo. Great, so I hope you liked this little bike check video of the Canyon Spectral AL 2017. Check my channel, I'll hope to see you soon. Until then, have fun, bye bye. You wanna hit that? Of course. Let me film.